Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Unk. This is G420 Studios, and we are Generation 420. If you know, you know. Today we are going to, what are we doing today? Today is Conspiracy Day. Conspiracy Day. So in today's videos, we are going to enjoy a fine specimen while watching some conspiracy videos, and we will give the review after the videos. Okay, so what do we got today? Today is some popcorn. Okay, we got some popcorn, but it is from Pure Life in Alamogordo, New Mexico, right here in Alamogordo, New Mexico. What do we got? We got the Pure Life pre-packed popcorn, 1 ounce of Divine Frost. What do we got? It's a indica hybrid. We have a THC level of 23.23% and a CBD level of 0.08%. All right, let's take a look inside. Oh, you guys want to smell that? Can you smell that? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Actually smells pretty amazing. So let me go ahead and just get some out here, and we'll roll us up a cigarette. Oh, I guess I better break it up first, huh? A nice little handy dandy grinder. You remember back in the day, you just did it by hand, on the go, in the car, on your lap, on the dashboard, glove box opener, whatever flat surface you could find. That's what we did. Oh, I like how that broke up. Nice. I hate when you use a grinder and the bud is so dry, the flower is so dry that it just pretty much turns into dust. And at that point, you can't really roll that. I mean, you can, but it ain't gonna smoke very good. And you might as well just put it in a pipe. Just crush up just a little bit more here. I think today's video is going to be about 20 minutes long or more. So I better have me a decent sized one to get me through it, right? Right. We all agree. I appreciate you guys' patience with me on trying to figure out all this new stuff. I am new to making YouTube videos and doing the best I can with what I have on a regular basis. I'm going to try to do 3 videos a week. So Mondays, I believe we're going to try and do funny videos, just a bunch of random funny videos, 420 funny videos, just, stuff that we can start our week off and have a laugh, have a laugh at the beginning of the week. Instead of it being mundane Monday, it's going to be funny Monday, okay? Wednesdays, I will try and put out, we will do conspiracy, just random conspiracy videos, not any one particular topic in general, but just a bunch of random conspiracy videos. And then on Fridays, we'll do some supernatural scary videos. And of course, every day that we put a video out, I will be smoking a different product and giving you guys a review on what I think it is, or how I think it is. All right, so here's our cigarette for the video, and with that, let's get started on these conspiracies.
English, right? Like we speak English. That's all we know. Our thoughts are English. Feel me? Yeah. I'm gonna sound crazy, but like if you really deep it, listen, this is a real scientific study.
Yeah.
That if you learn Latin, or I think Italian because it's close to Latin, and you think in it, your brain, it moves on a different frequency than everybody else, and you're actually considered smarter.
What?
Yeah.
So if you know Latin, you're smarter.
Yeah, it's because your brain chemistry, it works differently, and that's just the way you think. That's because if you think about we understand ourselves in English. Now here's the craziest part. Ready?
Yeah.
What if
We just randomly start speaking?
no English? Oh, this sounds fucking crazy, though. I'm gonna sound like a nut.
When you do this, I already know.
I'm gonna sound like a nut. But if you
Yeah,
think about it, like, whose choice was it to make it English?
Whose choice?
I don't know.
Like that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
think
we
about
don't
that
know.
shit.
Think about that. Like, who decided? Okay, we're all speaking English,
Yeah, I actually don't know.
and it became like the language. This is the way I think it. What if speaking in English holds us back with our mind?
What do you mean?
I know it sounds weird to say. It sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But think about it like this, right? Because you know how they say if you're really deep in prayer, you speak in tongues.
Oh, yeah, Latin.
And then when you do that, you're on what? You're on a higher frequency.
Yeah,
Feel
yeah.
me? Now, what if speaking and understanding everything in English is holding us back spiritually?
Spiritually. Okay, so we can't go to like the next dimension type shit.
So that conspiracy theory where people are trafficking human organs has now gotten a little deeper. So this 21-year-old former flight attendant was arrested for trafficking $3.3 million worth of a psychoactive drug containing ground human bones. Ground human bones. Let me repeat. This former 21-year-old flight attendant was arrested for trafficking
it's bad enough we got all these weird drugs
$3.3
out there that are killing people.
worth of a drug
Now we're
containing ground human remains.
grounding
She
up
was
human
arrested
remains
at
and
the
putting it
airport
in there.
with this
What's the matter
drug
with these
called
people?
Kush. Over
Stop.
100 pounds
Just
of this drug
smoke some
that's
green.
only found on the black market. Take a look at this. This is the article about the stuff that she was caught with and was arrested for. Now, it's totally unclear of who is purchasing this stuff. I guess maybe it's people that are tired of the stuff that they've been using, and they want something a little bit different. But this contains human bones. Now, if you go back and check out some of my videos and all the stories that have been coming out of people arrested for selling human bones, it's got to make you think, where are they going? Maybe we know now. Well, she is facing up to 25 years to life. Now, here's the question on my mind, and the question I want to ask you. How long do you think she's going to survive once they found out what she was caught for and the people that she was transporting it for? How crazy is this story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
She won't get messed with in the penitentiary. She'll probably be one of the most respected
Conspiracy
ones in
theory
there.
that I've heard a lot is that when the astronauts were walking on the moon, you can see that they kick up a lot of dust. So people say, well, if there's no air on the moon, how is the dust flying around?
Remind me to dust my camera too, will you? Don't forget to dust your camera. We'll keep track of that for you,
We've never been to the moon. Don't believe it.
When the subatomic particles from your father's serpent or sperm atoms merges and collides or takes a bite out of your mother's egg, the forbidden fruit, at the eve of your creation, their independent Higgs fields destroy each other. A zinc spark then summons a spark of light that is your light, your soul, your spirit, your consciousness, if you will, to be trapped in a newly created Higgs field and biological 666 carbon vessel to grow in a branch, umbilical cord, on the tree of life, placenta, in the Garden of Eden, womb, until it becomes full term and is kicked out to toil the soil naked. The quantum mechanics of human creation truly does prove all of humanity is the descendant of atoms that evolved into the first single-celled organism that evolved into the first atom on Earth. The quantum mechanics of human creation.
Dude thinks highly of his mustache, don't he?
Don't scroll. This shit getting crazy, y'all. These two Chinese nationals just got caught smuggling a biological pathogen into the U.S., y'all. And it's not just any pathogen, y'all. They said this junk can wipe out entire wheat and corn supply, y'all. Like, I'm talking about gone.
2 Chinese nationals have been charged with smuggling a dangerous biological pathogen into the United States. And this pathogen is considered a serious threat to our food supply and thus our national security.
This wasn't no accident, y'all. The FBI is calling it agro-terrorism. They saying they brung this shit over to fuck up our food system. One of the suspects is a researcher at the University of Michigan. And the other one, y'all, that's her boyfriend. They said this man was coming from China. He had the shit in his book bag. And the TSA officers caught that shit. And the crazy thing about this fungus, it don't just kill plants, y'all. This junk can also create toxins that's deadly for animals and humans. This shit sound like The Last of Us, right? So now the DOJ, the FBI, and even Homeland Security are coming together on this because you never know. What if they already smuggled some shit in? This shit crazy.
There's a famous painting by Leonardo da Vinci. And it's a painting depicting Jesus. Okay. And he's holding like a glass ball, right? Now, usually, every single painting, including the Mona Lisa, bro, there's never any mistake to shading or reflection. That's one thing they studied about Leonardo da Vinci. He doesn't mess up. But there was a mistake in the Jesus one, where he's holding a glass. Because the light is supposed to be depicted from somewhere else the way it's hitting his face. Yeah. But the light. Before continuing, I wanted to warn you guys, their phones were being spied on. Click on this icon, then on more. If you see it, delete it immediately. It was hitting the glass ball as if it was coming off of him. So that way, he was depicting that the sun is Jesus.
Oh, that's fire. But that's not a mistake then.
It's not a mistake, but they thought it was.
My goodness, that's hard.
It's cooking, bro.
That's a bit of a stretch to me. Might be reaching too much.
This is where it gets really freaky. Albert Einstein says, I'm not sure which weapons the Third World War will be fought, but the Fourth World War, they will fight with sticks and stones.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's what Albert Einstein said. Day one of AI taking over. And it showed this like laboratory towards this very highly advanced artificial intelligence, but it was contained to its own server. AI figured out with like a Roomba vacuum that's the only thing it could figure out how to connect to. So it put all of its information onto the Roomba computer, and then that allowed it to connect to the Wi-Fi, which allowed it to connect to everyone's phones, everyone's laptops, spread instantly across the whole world. Now it was in control of power plants, all this stuff. Geez. It was in control of 3D printers, of manufacturing things to help build itself. Yeah. But it was doing it silently with no one knowing because it was just staying under the radar until the one time, it was like 40 days into it, decided, yep, I don't want humans anymore.
See, that's why I don't plug your stuff into each other. Keep everything independent.
If the center of the Earth is extremely hot, then why is the bottom of the deepest oceans very cold? I want you to let that sink in for a minute. Because when divers swim very down to the bottom of the ocean, doesn't that mean they are now closer to the source of the Earth's heat? But instead, at that depth, the water is actually colder. It doesn't make any sense. The deepest part of the ocean is called the Challenger Deep, and it has a depth of approximately 11,000 meters with a temperature of 3 degrees Celsius, which is just above freezing point of water.
They found out where the quote-unquote devil lives in the world. So in the Bible, Jesus said, one of my disciples, or not disciple, but like teachers named Antipas would die and be martyred, right? Now, Saint Antipas was martyred, and he was killed in, you know, that torture bowl? So they put somebody in like a metal bowl and like boil them alive.
Boil it, okay.
Yeah. So that happened in Geneva, Switzerland.
Okay.
So people are saying Geneva, Switzerland
It's like the
is the literal place of hell. It's literally the portal to hell, or that's at least where the devil resides, because that's what it says in the Bible. Now check this out.
Okay.
Do you know what else is in Geneva, Switzerland?
what?
CERN.
Same.
Oh,
CERN headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland, and the CERN logo is what? Six, fam. And people say that CERN is working on particle generation and messing with matter of the universe to what? To
another dimension.
to tear our dimension with the supernatural and the natural, fam. So what if theory? They're trying to open the portal to hell, bro.
I know. I talked about that too, about the CERN thing and how they were dancing.
Yeah, I don't think that's a theory. I believe it. I believe it. CERN's up to
Did you know that if a policeman gives you a ticket, cop pulls you over and gives you a ticket, that is called a ticket in commerce. And so if you go to buy something and you don't have the money and it's too expensive, you ask me to co-sign for you. Now, if I co-sign for you to buy something and I co-sign on the ticket, that means if you don't pay it, I have to, right? Therefore, when the cop gives you a ticket, he signs it first. It's called a ticket in commerce. Because money is going to change hands. Therefore, when you sign it, you are the co-signer of the ticket in commerce. Well, as a co-signer, you don't have to pay the ticket. You were just a co-signer, and you can decide, I don't think I want to pay that ticket. And then you send the ticket and the paperwork to the Secretary of State, and they then give it to the Attorney General. The Attorney General then sends it back to the cop, and the cop has to pay the ticket because he's the one that signed it first. You were just a co-signer. But as long as you don't understand this, people don't understand the way banks and commerce works.
And government.
And religion, and it's all one big show. And if you're not licensed to play in the show, like George Carlin used to say, it's a big club and you ain't in it.
The truth is hidden in plain sight, and this is how they hide everything. If you are looking for the knowledge that has been hidden from us, if you want to know the meaning behind these symbols, if you want to know who controls the world, this ebook will literally unveil that to you, and ye shall know the truth, and truth shall set you free.
When 9/11 happened, there was someone present, witnessed it, unfortunately, you know, how traumatic that would have been. And his name was Gerard Way. You know who that is? No. So it was a guy who was trying to deal with this, going to his therapist, and started creating music and came up with a band called My Chemical Romance.
Oh
right?
my gosh.
And then there's a girl named Stephanie Meyer who had listened to My Chemical Romance and was inspired by their music and started writing books that went on to become the Twilight series. Not even finished. Then there's somebody who read the Twilight series and started creating a fan fiction of it. His name was E.L. Wright, I believe.
Oh, I know where this one's going.
Yep. And he went on to create a fan fiction for the Twilight series that somehow transformed into 50 Shades of Grey. So just as if
that's a double,
just as if like the 9/11
triple tragedy.
Yeah. Just as if it wasn't bad enough already. That's what it led to.
9/11 was a terrible day, and it led to more terrible days.
Years and years later. It's absolutely awful.
You know, 9/11 was.
Please don't fuck me over, bruh. Please don't fuck me over, bruh. I literally begged that man, bruh. On the Bible, man, I begged that man and his wife not to do me like this, bro. And they literally turned around less than 48 hours later and did me exactly how I wish that they didn't, bro. And it's like if I don't speak up and I don't tell my story and I don't shine light on this, bro, it's gonna be people still signed to them that can't get out of these deals because people be scared to speak up. And I'm getting DMs and texts from fake investigators and people trying to call me and tell me that they know where I stay. I'm getting told that these people are part of a bloodline and I gotta Be careful with the attorneys that I'm dealing with.
Tell your story, girl. Tell your story.
One line in the Bible that says something about all the stars will fall to earth. And a lot of people are saying that that's actually a metaphor. The stars in this case is the celebrities.
They're coming down to earth, as in like they're becoming lower.
And they're gonna be exposed for their fame. So have you ever noticed the Paramount?
Nah.
The Paramount logo, how it has a mountain
and there's stars coming out.
It has stars, yeah. How much stars is in that logo?
How many?
22.
What is 22?
And no, this is crazy because so it connects to the story where 22 angels fall from Mount Hermon in the book of Enoch.
Oh shit.
There was exactly 22 angels that were appointed in that thing.
What the
Yeah. And so how in the Super Bowl they put the stars and they all were falling. It was
22?
Yeah, at halftime. Yeah, there's always 22 in the Paramount.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so that's another like symbolism, how they
Subliminal.
do it. Yeah, and Paramount movies, it relates to celebrities.
Yeah, the Hollywood.
You know what I mean? It's crazy, the symbolism.
One thing I heard about Kanye specifically, and it was kind of one of those like biblical things, but they say, this is not to say like Kanye.
I didn't follow.
Did you know these are the people who knew too much and were silenced? Michael Jackson, 25th of June 2009. It said that Michael uncovered secrets about a dark network involving high-ranking politicians and minors. The official version states he died from an overdose while trying to sleep that night. But how credible is that explanation? Barnaby Jack, 25th of July 2013. This famous hacker shocked the world when, during a conference, he demonstrated how some could manipulate pacemakers to cause clean, undetectable deaths. Just days later, Barnaby was found dead in his apartment. A simple coincidence, or was he silenced for what he knew? Daphne Caruana Galizia, 16th of October 2017. This investigative journalist exposed secrets about the elites and the controversial Panama Papers. Her research placed her in direct conflict with powerful figures. Shortly afterwards, a bomb in her car ended her life. Is it really just a coincidence that all these people met such fates, or did they uncover something they were never meant to know? But what do you think, Comet Silence? If you want me to keep exposing the hidden truth...
If you know, you know.
To show my appreciation, I am inviting you all to a pizza party tonight at Jennifer Aniston's house. I'll see you there.
My parties were so great for everybody. I would always hear like the next week, like, "Oh, Sam, man, that was incredible, man. That was the best orgy I've ever been a part of." You know?
He was just joking, though, right? I wonder what they're talking about here. Body language doesn't lie.
What Aniston will say to me in the middle of the night whenever I'm with her, something cool, she'll be like, "You see?" And I'll be like, "No, you're right. This is great. This is great." And then the next morning, she'll text me and say, "I know something, Wednesday night if you want." I'll be like, "Come on, we just did that Saturday thing. We don't have to do too good."
I'm going to bed at 9. I can't come over. Your thing starts at 8:30. So.
Yes, she can handle it. She can handle it. Her parties are incredible at her house, too.
Yep. She does have good parties, and she makes good pizza as well.
She makes great pizza, yes.
Wonderful pizza. All right, y'all are all like, whatever.
How was the pizza? Was it good? Was he making himself? Pizza was better than Clute. They both made, everybody made a certain kind of pizza.
There's no pizza we didn't love.
Something that he does. 5 different kinds. 5 different kinds or 6 different kinds of pizza. And Clute's was excellent. Amal's was the winner.
Now I wonder why she told him to shut his trap.
We've known each other for years. Yeah. You've been to my house. We've had pizza. Girl after my own heart. Do we love a pizza or what? We love a pizza. It's so good. So much fun. Now, someone did. I was told that you recall us.
I mean, if you know about the pizza.
You know the flowers in the SpongeBob sky? The flowers.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what those are?
No, they're just flowers.
Like these things.
They're like resembled as clouds.
These things. Yeah, they resemble as clouds, right?
Yeah.
That's the common belief, but it's not.
What is it?
Those flowers, the colorful ones, they're not clouds because in the show.
Oh, wait, I have a guess. Since SpongeBob is all about war, right?
Yeah.
Are those the poppies?
No.
Oh, okay, that would be a crazy guess.
No. That's interesting. Yeah. There's an episode where those flowers actually get covered by other clouds. Like, I don't know if you remember the surfing episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there are clouds in SpongeBob, but those flowers aren't clouds.
What
you
are
know
they,
what
bro? No, this guy is fucking edging me.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because they're actually.
I hate when they do that.
The system wasn't built for you to win. You went to school to memorize facts you never use. You were trained to raise your hand, wait your turn, and follow instructions. Then they told you, get a job, work 40 hours a week, give half of it to tax, retire at 67 if you're lucky. That's not a life. That's a script. And most people don't question it because they're too tired from living it. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's when you realize freedom was never going to be handed to you. You have to build it. And that's why I teach digital products, because ownership is the only way out. No boss, no begging, no clocking. You move different when you know the system was never designed to serve you. It was designed to use you. Break the script or stay stuck in it.
I'm gonna play that one again in some other episodes. Y'all need to.
I'll just give you one example. If you go to McDonald's, anywhere in the world, you will find French fries, or chips as you call them, and you will find that they're always made from the same potato, the russet Burbank potato. This is a potato from America that's unusually long and difficult to grow, but that's what they want, because when you're McDonald's, you like those red boxes with a little bouquet of very long chips. It looks really good, and so they insist that all their potatoes be russet Burbanks, and they further insist that they have no blemishes at all. There's a very common defect of russet Burbank potatoes called net necrosis. And you've seen potatoes with a little brown line sometimes, or spots that come through it. Well, McDonald's won't buy them if your potatoes have that. And the only way to eliminate that is to eliminate an aphid. And the only way to do that is with a pesticide called Monitor. That is so toxic that the farmers who grow these potatoes in Idaho won't venture outside into their fields for 5 days after they spray. And then when they harvest their potatoes, they have to put them in these atmosphere-controlled sheds the size of a football stadium because they're not edible for 6 weeks. They have to off-gas all the chemicals in them. So you see, the desire for a certain kind of chip leads to a certain kind of agriculture.
See, I'm not a fan of McDonald's anyway. I hear way too
You know the
much.
Mars theory?
That there's aliens on Mars?
Nah, there's a theory that Mars was the original planet that humans were from.
Okay.
Then something happened that we all had to fly to another planet and live on. There used to be like civilization that lived on Mars. Now back this. On Mars, there's an element on the periodic table called xenon. Xenon on Earth is only found, this is crazy, is only found after a nuclear explosion.
No.
Oh shit, that's not even the sleep mode button.
I said no. What the hell?
And it goes hand in hand now. What if on Mars there was a nuclear warfare, destroyed the whole planet, but people were able to escape just in time, landed on Earth, and they had to restart from nothing.
So we are the aliens.
We're the aliens.
What the hell?
Yeah. It's real shit. Like, this element's called xenon. It's prominent after nuclear explosion.
I mean, it speaks for itself. So, it speaks for itself. Alright guys, let's do the review. So on the Divine Frost that we got from Pure Life here in Alamogordo, I think that I'm going to give it a good solid 8. Overall, the scent was very nice. The smoke was very smooth. I do have a head change, which is, you know, what you're looking for anyway. I still feel like I can get up and work. I do not feel like I need to smoke another one, or if I wanted to get high. I think that 1 is the perfect level. For Indica Hybrid, I'm very pleased. So we're going to give this a good 8 out of 10 buds. Again, thank you guys for watching our video. Please like, subscribe, notify, all that good stuff. Share the video as much as possible so I can get more subscribers. Please support the channel, and remember to always keep it hippie, and peace out.